All right, let's get started.
All right, welcome everybody. Transformation Thursday is here. Wintertime is here also, and we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff having to do with the health of the human body, especially in wintertime. There are changes, there are seasons, and the amount that we eat actually fluctuates during these changes. So just to introduce myself, my name is Ra, and I have been a part of many human-based organizations in my life. I have degrees in psychology and exercise science. I owned several gyms in downtown LA for 10 years. It was all great, and that era of my life had to end, and then I had a nonprofit called the Human Network, trying to end capitalism as we know it. That didn't really work out because we're still here. And so now with the Holistic Justice League, and so happy to be sharing with you what we all are doing as a community in this world.
Yes, thank you. My name is Seema, and I'm also part of the Holistic Justice League. There's many of us. Whoever invited you, it's most likely in the Holistic Justice League, and we believe that we're a team of superheroes, that we are here to work on ourselves, to transform ourselves so we can inspire others for their own transformation. A little bit about me, I always wanted to build big things. My mom was an artist. She used to paint. So I went on that road and I became an architect, and I decided to build big buildings right out of college until I found out that building people's bodies and building realities and building happiness within all of us, what's a bigger scale? What's something bigger than building buildings? So I've been doing this work for quite some time now. Ra and myself are actually crowns of Purium. It's a company that we're also partners with. It's pure and premium. We work with the most absolute foods in the planet, and our mission is to really end human suffering, because we believe that all of our pains come from our gut. There's many research studies that say and prove that the food that we eat is directly related to the thoughts that we have. There's actually sensors in our gut that immediately connects with our vagus nerve and releases information to our brain. And that defines in what mood we're on every day. So we're going to share today incredible organic superfoods and an amazing 30-day reset program that we are sharing with everyone, because there's been thousands of transformations, right? It's been like thousands.
Yeah, and as Seema said, I mean, food isn't just food. It's not just stuff that we put in our mouth that tastes good and then somehow just turns into life, right? There is importance to this sustenance, and it is life force, and it does control the amount of light in our body. And it's really important that we're paying attention to these energies, especially in the wintertime, because actually just eating a lot of calories in this time of the year, whether you are even in a place like Southern California, the amount of sun there isn't the same in the winter as it is in the summer. Mm-hmm. And the sun actually helps you process the plaque on the insides of your vessels. It actually like kind of eats that away. It actually helps the mitochondria in your body. And as the sun gets less and less for the winter time, the body is mechanically and hormonally and energetically tuned to not be processing so many calories during this time. And so to keep your mitochondria up, to keep your physical mechanism working as best as possible, we do want to be eating less during this time. And that's going to require more nutrition, right? So we want more nutrition per calorie, more functionality per calorie in our diet.
Exactly. So today we're going to share with you guys 5 superfoods. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with Dave Sandoval, but he's the founder of Purium. And he worked actually with Ann Wigmore. She worked at the Hippocrates Institute of really helping people battle their troubles with their bodies, their disharmonies, and repair all these illnesses that people were facing. So before we get started, I actually want to read a disclaimer really quick, because we are dealing with food and nutrition, and we are not doctors. So the statements that you're going to hear tonight, they have not been evaluated by the FDA, and real food, which is these products, are not intended to cure, treat, or prevent any disease. With that being said, we're working with food. This is nothing but food, and it's organic healing food that we're going to show you tonight. And we do have testimonials. We have stories. Actually, we have Melissa is going to share her story, which is incredibly inspiring. But before we get started, let's go over the superfoods.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay, so one of the values that we have, that Raw has, I have, and most of the people in this call have, it's environmental stewardship. We care about our planet. We were actually watching a couple of documentaries the other day, Kiss the Soil, which was the name of the other one, about the ocean. And I was actually crying because we're destroying our wildlife. We're destroying our lands, our soils, with all these pesticides and herbicides that kill these microorganisms that live in the soil, that really absorb the carbon from, the air, and allows plants to grow and be strong and live. And there's so many fields and farms that are worthless, really, right? Because they don't have any microorganisms that allow plant life to grow. So with Purium and these superfoods that we're going to present to you, we are committed to leaving the planet better than we found it. So our company, it's going 100% single-use plastic free in just a couple weeks, which is amazing, by 2021, which is right around the corner. And our main superfoods are plastic free. They are packaged in biodegradable hemp, as you can see. It's compostable, and it's amazing because in the last couple of months, we've been able to save over 60,000 pounds of plastic from going to the oceans. Isn't that amazing?
And the landfills.
And the landfills.
And our stomachs.
And our stomachs, and our kidneys, and our liver, and our intestines, really, because it's actually been proven almost every single person eats about a credit card amount of plastic per week. Imagine that, right? Eating that much plastic from all of our food that's being wrapped in plastic. So being plastic free is incredible. And this is the Power Shake, which is our first superfood. We believe that the key to longevity is to replenish our body, to detoxify, and to nourish it. Did I get that right?
Yeah. Replenish or repair, detoxify, and nourish. So we have a package. It's a 30-day kit. It's called the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. And this is a kit that has superfoods in it that are scientifically proven to do things no other foods can do. And it's also guaranteed money back to do just that. It's guaranteed money back to satisfy, to blow your mind. And it does that. So we are going to explain the 5 products within the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation because it is just the most recommended. It is what we take daily. It is what most of everyone that we know takes daily. And it's a transformation. It will bring you from this stage to the next stage.
Yes. So the Power Shake is the first one. And these are our green vegetables. We call it liquid sunshine because it's made out of high chlorophyll vegetables. And it's convenient. It's 2 scoops in water. You shake it, you're out the door, and your body gets all the nutrients that it needs to thrive, to feel wellness. It's super easy. I used to be the girl that was in the farmer's market. I would do medical medium protocols, all kinds of stuff, and buy all the organic vegetables every Sunday. And when I found out about the Power Shake and the quality of these ingredients and how easy it was for me not to spend so much time juicing, it blew my mind. And ever since, it's been 2 years that I consume this on a daily basis.
Yeah. So I used to eat salads for breakfast. Like, I'm obsessed with greens. I mean, I used to own gyms. I used to actually compete professionally, and I'm a small guy. I'm not like a giant guy, but in the sports that I was competing in, there was no weight classes. So I needed to still be as strong as the 6'2", 225-pound people in hockey and CrossFit. And I did it with diet, and greens were a very, very important part of this. So coming into Purium and seeing a bag of greens, I was skeptical. I was like, how can that be better than what I do, what I get from the store, what I get from the farmer's market? And really, when I start hearing the story of how this is processed and really what goes into that, it makes sense. And I actually haven't had a salad in 2 years. I just don't eat them anymore because this is where I get my nutrition. I get a lot more in this biodegradable bag. And so for an example of that, the wheatgrass in here is grown on a volcanic lake bed. So what that means is that it's next to a volcano and there's a lake that dried up about 100 years ago. So there's about 90 feet of sediment, of volcanic ash that hasn't been farmed on before. It's at 6,000 feet elevation. It's hundreds of miles from any other non-organic farm. The air is tested. The water comes from the earth. No other company has access to the water. And we take that wheatgrass, we farm it, and then we take it and we put it into these giant masticators that juice the wheatgrass. Now, this part's important. Most companies, when they turn juice to powder, are using heat. And even the companies that are raw is technically 115 degrees and under. So you can still use a heating process in a raw powder. Our powders are powdered at 78 degrees, which is essentially room temperature. And the way that that's done is we have these giant silos. And this is a proprietary method that our company actually funded, the person that developed this. So we have these giant silos, and this juice is pumped to the top of these silos, and lining the silos are fans. And these fans are blowing up 78 degree temperature air. So as that juice comes to the top, it's misted very finely. And as that mist falls down, the 78 degree temperature air comes up and pulls the water out of the juice. And what hits the ground is the powder that goes into that package. So when I ask myself, okay, this is probably better quality greens grown in better quality earth with better quality water, and it's actually easier for me to consume. Yes, this is going to be my choice. And then the literally hundreds of thousands of testimonials of life-changing things that this nutrition does for people, it was a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, that's incredible. But this is why I switched from juicing to taking the power shake. It's literally 8 green superfood salads in one serving. And how many of us at least eat one green superfood salad? And how many of us can actually retain the vitamins and the minerals from 8 green superfood salads? Not many of us, right? So this is why the next superfood that we encourage everyone to be on in this planet, it's Biomedic. Because Biomedic is actually the only thing in the market that we know that it's been proven to remove up to 74% of the glyphosate in our guts. We have all the clinical medical studies that patients and people that have taken the Biomedic, within 6 weeks of using it, they pulled 74% of their glyphosate. And if you don't know what glyphosate is, it's the toxic herbicide that is being sprayed in our food, in our fresh vegetables and fruits in the farms. And that toxic herbicide ends up in our gut when we eat non-organic foods. And what happens is that it destroys our microbiome. So imagine our stomach has a lining, right? Our stomach has all the lining and it has all this villi, which is all these little hairs that are responsible for absorbing the vitamins and minerals from the foods that we eat. When our gut has glyphosate, all these little hairs, instead of absorbing the vitamins of our food and bringing it down to our blood and our intestines, these little hairs are glued together and they can't do their job. They can't absorb nutrition. So there's a lot of us that don't eat organic, and we're like, oh, but I eat healthy, but I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, but I still have brain fog. I still can't sleep. I still have chronic fatigue. I still can't drop weight. My hormones are out of whack. All these things that are happening is because the body's not getting nutrition. It doesn't have the capability. So Biomedic has only a few ingredients that are natural herbs, and they pull the glyphosate out. And do you want to explain that really quickly?
Well, I'm going to step back a little bit also. So food is a huge industry, guys. So the people that control the food are, like the people, the 1% of 1% of 1% that's dominating everyone. That's them. Okay. And so a lot of people don't really know the history of what goes into food production. So I'm just gonna throw out a couple of things, and this is stuff that's all easily Googleable. The guy that invented fertilizer, Fritz Haber, I just Googled it on my phone, actually. He also was a German. He was the same guy that developed the gas that goes into the gas chambers in World War II. Okay. And then, so with that poison, that was translated into, after the war, the United States agriculture companies were like, oh, that kills things, let's use it as pesticide. And so this fertilizer agriculture guy ends up, making poison, and this is the stuff that gets sprayed on our food. And Seema said earlier that our soils are depleted because the biome, the biodiversity of our soils are gone. And then what we have is just one crop, okay? Because things like pesticides are sprayed on it. But pesticides is not as big a deal as the herbicide glyphosate, which he was talking about, which is made to destroy the biome, the microorganisms, which aren't really animals or plants. It destroys microorganisms and it destroys plants. And it does it because it destroys a pathway called the shikimate or shikemic pathway in these microorganisms. And so we got all this poison in our food, and then we eat it. And what happens is there's actually a huge biological factory within our body. Another point, you can Google how many cells within our body are human. And you're going to find somewhere between 1 and 11 times more cells in your body are non-human than human, right? So either it's 100% of the amount of human cells you have are also non-human, or 1100%. And so all of that sprayed pesticides and herbicides on our farms lands goes into our body and starts killing the non-human microorganisms inside of our body that we have relationships with that help us digest the food. And so the biggest thing in the health industry that I always had to explain to people is it's not natural to be sick. It's just not. Our body's a result of, if we go from an evolutionary standpoint, which I know there's many different ways to look at it, but from an evolutionary standpoint, our body is a result of billions of years of evolution. And we didn't get this way being sick through that entire time. So sickness is kind of a recent phenomenon. And so the chemical industry is also 100 years old. 1905 was the chemical revolution that was supposed to save the human race. Biomedic gets it out. And it's the only thing that has ventured to prove that it can remove glyphosate. And it has proven it in preclinical studies.
Yeah, guys, this is really good. I swear. You should try it for at least 6 weeks. You will have breakthroughs. And this is why we get so many incredible stories, as you can see in our social media, in our website, because once we get the power back of a microbiome, then our body can start to get nourished, and everything in our body wants to go home, right? All that energy stuck, all the tissues, whatever is going on in our body, everything wants to go back into harmony. That's what our body wants. And you can do that with a little help from nature, with the Biomedic. Then the next superfood that we absolutely loved, and I'll credit like most of my muscles to this, is the super amino 23s. This is pre-digested vegan protein. It's actually a lot more than protein. It's pre-digested because our gut doesn't have to digest this protein. It's really complicated, but it's protein synthesis. So, well, it's not even that. It's kind of like protein synthesis. But it's really, really good protein that when you take it, it goes to your muscles within 23 minutes. It was originally designed for patients that were in hospital beds and they couldn't move for months because they were paralyzed and they had stomach cancer and they had a lot of other things. And the doctors wanted these patients to grow muscle, so they wouldn't go through muscle atrophy. So they will inject the super amino 23s into their IVs, and these patients will develop muscle, whether they work out or not. And now Purium has them in a tablet format. And this is why when we take this, we don't get bloated and our muscles grow. Because, can I explain that protein synthesis thing really quick?
Of course.
So
They want to hear.
When we eat meat or soy or anything that's isolated protein, our body only retains a certain percentage. It's somewhere from 17 to 40% of that protein is what our body actually absorbs. The rest of that protein gets lost in the digestion process. And what our body retains is this. So it's the synthesis of the protein. It's what is already being broken down by our body. And this has a utilization rate of 99.9%. That means that the body, instead of keeping 17 to 40% of the protein that we eat, keeps 99.9%. This is why it's so revolutionary in building muscle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we can actually have people on low calorie diets that gain muscle. So this is actually this product. It was developed and manufactured by the scientists that made it for the hospitals for the paralyzed patients, right? There's over 30 clinical studies that prove that this product is the most superior protein on the planet. Mm-hmm. It is absorbed quicker than any protein or amino acid source that you can take. And it's called Supermini 23. I think you might have said this because it goes into your body within 23 minutes. And that's important from an exercise standpoint. And it's also important because of what we were talking about earlier, which is if we want to live longer, we want to be able to get the most out of all the calories that our body consumes and not have to stress our organs. Mm-hmm. And so that pre-digested means that protein's already broken down into the usable part of protein.
Exactly. Cool. So we talked about vegetables, right? We talked about the Power Shake, which is our green minerals
Nourish.
and Nourish. We talk about the Biomedic, which this is our strong prebiotic to rebuild our gut.
Detoxify.
It detoxifies as well. We talk about our protein, right? Well, our body also needs fruits. Fruits are so important. Our brain actually works on glucose. Actually, glucose makes us smarter. And antioxidants really support our body and our wellness, and especially our longevity, because antioxidants nourish us. And if we're not eating fruits, if we're not eating antioxidants, then we're oxidizing, right? We're in an oxidizing diet because there's nothing to help us with aging. And oxidizing in the human body shows up as hair loss, hair thinning, wrinkles in our face, the loss of elasticity, joint pains, and all of these things are results of being in an oxidizing diet. So this is only one ingredient, and it's tart cherries. It's pure concentrate. It's super thick. It comes from Italy, actually, because in the United States, we can't find organic tart cherries. Isn't that crazy? Because all the tart cherries are bought by big corporations like Coca-Cola that use it for cherry Coke. So we do get our cherries from Europe. They're coming from Italy, actually. They are super clean, no glyphosate, no pesticides. The air is pure. It's been tested over 37 times from seed to package to make sure it's the highest quality, most purest purity quality. And it's also excellent to help us sleep. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so it doesn't make us go to sleep, but what Biomedic does is the tart cherries are nature's number one source to help our body produce naturally occurring melatonin. Mm-hmm. And melatonin is produced by the pineal gland, and as a function of sleep, that is what happens. And so what a pot cherry does is it helps the sleep function. When you go to sleep, melatonin gets released in greater amounts, and that melatonin goes throughout your body and again repairs the cells all over your body. And so we spend a third of our life sleeping. We want to make sure that we don't just overlook that. And a lot of us don't spend a third of our life sleeping, right? A lot of us spend an eighth of our life sleeping or a fifth of our life sleeping. It's getting less than, the 8 hours that we're recommending, or that they recommend. And so we want to make sure that however many hours you're in bed sleeping, that your body is being repaired and regenerated through melatonin.
Yep, exactly. And then the last superfood we want to talk about is the super cleanser. And these are herbs that we take for 10 days only because they're very powerful, and they are for our parasites. And if we have body inflammation, we have parasites. And we actually have tested the C-reactive protein, which is a biomarker for inflammation in the human body, to drop by 74%. Isn't that crazy? By consuming these 5 superfoods. We have minerals, green vegetables, we have fruits, we have protein, we have a prebiotic, and we have a colon cleanser, which is the herbs for the parasites. They help us flush our colon. If we take these products for at least 30 days, and this is what we're promoting, the 30-day reset, you're guaranteed to transform your life. And if you don't, we have a 60-day money back guarantee. You can consume all the products, you can take them, and if your body doesn't transform, and always possible, you get absolutely all your money back. You return the empty containers, the empty packages. And this is what is amazing. There's really nothing to lose and everything to gain, because our body is definitely the only place we have to live on our whole life. It wasn't architecture. Anyways, we do have a testimonial. We have a story that we want to share because she's incredible. She's been through a lot, and I actually want her to share her story, because when she came in to us, she literally looked yellow. She was yellow. So let me find Melissa, and you'll see she's not a yellow person. Where's Melissa? Here she is. Melly, I just unmute you. If you can unmute yourself, there you go. Are you here? Oh, there you are. Hi, Melly. We're so excited to have you and share with everyone what your experience has been with this nutrition.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm super excited. Well, I was first introduced to this back when I felt sick. I was looking for an answer to improve my health, and I don't know if you have my progress pictures on file, Seema.
Yes, I do.
But I seeked out for help when the doctors couldn't give me an answer as to why I was feeling sick. And for years, I was wondering what was wrong with me, given that I've been a personal trainer for over 6.5 years. And I felt like I knew the human body well enough. I felt like I even studied kinesiology in college as well. And I wasn't receiving any answers. As I came down and started to narrow down my health conditions, I realized that the breast implants that I had inside my body were making me sick. And there isn't solidified record of it, but there are a lot of experiences that women have been going through with very similar symptoms, such as brain fog and just memory loss and hair loss, gut issues, weight gain, foggy vision. I didn't feel an alignment with my body. I felt like my physical body was not in alignment with my spirit. So I took that very brave decision to remove my breast implants, and I still wanted to continue. To become healthy. And that's when I seeked out Seema, and I said, Seema, I need your help. I need your help. I need to gain my health back. And I decided to do the cleanse after I removed my breast implants. Not only did I lose the weight that I have been trying to lose for so long, it was not like fat. A lot of it was inflammation. I was inflamed. My face was inflamed. My lips were inflamed. My whole body was inflamed. And I remember driving home. I was a personal trainer and a full-time student at the time. And I would drive home and I would always have to call someone. I would always have to call my friend, my mom, and say, Mom, I need you to stay on the phone with me because I'm falling asleep in the middle of the freeway. I had chronic fatigue. I would come home. I would not retain any of the information that I would learn at school. School was so difficult for me, and I knew I'm an intelligent person. I'm very smart, and I couldn't retain any of the information. So when I found this, I instantly had so much clarity. The eyes and the white in my eyes getting brighter. My hair was growing back. My skin, like Seema said, like I was discolored, and I started to get my skin color back. So ever since I was introduced to this, it really did change my life. It did. And I'm so grateful for it.
Thank you so much, Melly. That was an amazing story. Thank you for being so vulnerable and open and sharing, you know, all your bottles. And I'm going to show you a picture again, because if you see how fast her body inflammation went away, right? All those fluids with toxins and chemicals that were stuck in her body from the anesthesia, from all the procedures that she got at the doctor, her microbiome was really destroyed.
I wanted to make a point out of that. If you guys notice, the second picture says day 2. Like, it's essentially 24 hours after she started. And I remember when Melissa actually sent Seema this picture and was like, is this for real? Like, how can this be possible? How can this be possible after one day on this? And yeah, I mean, this seems incredible. And what we can say is that that everyone's story about this is just as incredible.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing, Melly. I've seen her transform before my eyes. And it's not only the physical that improved, but it's her happiness. Now that she feels good, she's a happy person. And she can't stop sharing this with the planet, because once we feel this wellness, we want everyone to feel the same way, to feel good and happy in our bodies. So thank you so much for sharing. We love you so much. And we're going to show everyone, if you're ready to get started on this, there is whoever invited you here, it's going to support you every single step of the way. Okay, let me remove this. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Whoever invited you here, it's really, really, really loves you, because they're in a mission to help raise the vibration of the planet overall. So we do have gift cards that we're giving away, and whoever invited you has a gift card for you for over $100 to apply towards these superfoods. So then the price is not an excuse, right? Because it's an investment in our health. And we put the link in the chat, but I'm going to put it again. Okay, right here. So if you want to know more information about the superfoods, click on the first link. I'm going to share how to look for more in the website. And if you're ready to get them, this is the Purium website. It's called iShop Purium. And pretty much what you have to do is that you have to find the ultimate lifestyle transformation, which is here, and add it to the transformation. You actually click on transformation in the upper left corner, and it takes you straight to the page. And here it's a description if you want to know more about the ingredients and our certifications, and all questions you might have, they're here. Every product is described, and there's videos for each product. We also have tons of support. And you also get to be part of our community, which we have our private exclusive Facebook group, and you can ask questions. We also have a contest every month. And there's a lot of you guys that are starting the transformation now, and some of you are starting the transformation during New Year's. And we're so excited for our New Year's, our group transformation. The contest, there's over $2,500 of prizes that you can win. If you submit your before and after, and it's not only about how good you look after, it's about your story, okay? There's incredible stories. This is not a weight loss company. This is a transformation company. So we have $2,500 contest to submit. So pretty much what you have to do
One
is
person wins $2,500 worth of products. And then there's 3 runner-ups that win a little bit less than that. But yeah, one person every single month wins.
Exactly. So pretty much you add it to the
Melissa
cart.
actually was a runner-up.
I know, Melissa won. Yeah, she did. Because her story was so powerful. So you add it to your cart, you press checkout, and whoever invited you to this call has a gift card. So I'm going to show you how to enter the gift card. So you're going to create an account and you're going to put right here the gift card. Okay, this is the gift card code. When you press apply, you're immediately going to get over $105 discount. So if you're wondering how much it is, it's $10.50 a day. For $10.50 a day, you get to have this most optimal organic nutrition to nourish your body every single day. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. So that concludes our presentation for the products. If you are in the call to know more about partnering with us for a business opportunity, then stay tuned. Otherwise, you're welcome to leave or you can stay. But this is as far as our transformation goes. Whoever invited you has a lot more details.
There are also a lot of other products. We've got about 70 products, and we have different packages, including an immunity pack. We've got a holistic fitness pack, which is a pre and post workout. That is epic. I love it.
Yes.
And so there's many others, hair, skin, and nails. And it's all on that website also. So click around and check it out. The Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation is just our #1 recommended and our favorite.
Yeah, because we believe that we will be doing a huge disservice by, sharing with you guys something else, because the basics that we need to have a holy body and a holy temple is to detoxify, to nourish it, and to repair it. And then after that, we have tons of other products that you can try from Purium and not from Purium. We are advocates of anything that we feel is healthy. And that will build a foundation for your body to start building. So detoxify, nourish, repair it, and then build on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Awesome. So let's move on to our business opportunity. Yeah.
All right. Should I start?
Yeah.
All right. So as we're talking about these superfoods, right? There's in business, inventing something or developing something that works is half of the equation, right? There's the other half, which is getting somebody to, like, inspiring people to purchase, right? And usually the team or the organization that's responsible for that essentially at least split, if not take more of the total sale, right? Because the person who invented it is just going to sit on their shelf in their farm or whatever if there's not somebody that's marketing it, that's going out and telling people about it and distributing it. And so what we do in the Holistic Justice League is we are responsible for marketing these products, and so that they can get distributed across North America and Europe. And so this is big business. As I said, everybody eats. So when it comes to business, when it comes to alignment with what you're doing and what you partner with and who you stand next to and what you consume, it's really important. And so we've got these products and we have a need, right? The whole earth has a need to eat healthier, to get this nutrition in their body, but we also can be a solution to that for our networks and for even strangers, as we get creative and as we get better at network marketing. So Purium is a network marketing company. Mm-hmm. What that means is what I'm talking about. We are the distribution model. And there's a lot more we can say about that, but I'm going to pass it over to Seema. Within network marketing, it's such a beautiful, beautiful industry. It's a lot deeper than we have time to explain on this call, but we're going to try and do our best.
Yes. As I mentioned, I am an architect. I practiced professionally for many years. And the fact that I wanted to help people be healthy, and Purium offer an opportunity to do that and be compensated at the same time, really inspired me to do this work. And it's Purium is different than all network marketing companies because we're farmers and we're sharing foods, organic foods that are pure and that are proven to work. And we don't sell like most people do. We inspire people with our transformations by being the product, right? That's why we start with us. And once we believe in the company, once we believe in the products, when we believe in our mission, it becomes natural to start sharing with people, and we get to make compensation and get paid. I've been in the company for 2 years now, and I was able to transition to doing this work full time. I never thought in a million years I will leave my architecture practice. But the fact that I get to make more money and I get to impact the world and people's lives, it's a lot more gratifying to me than practicing a job that is in the matrix, that it's on the 9 to 5, that I don't get to have freedom. I don't get to make money while I travel. I don't get to make money while I sleep. I get to be a slave of the matrix that we were given as ours. And with Purium, I've been able to create that freedom to work from home, to work from anywhere in the world, and have that ability to be happy with the work that I do.
Yeah, and that's important, right? To be happy with the work that you do. I come from the business side of things. I've only owned businesses my entire life. I've never had a full-time job. So I've always been in creation mode and creating my own wealth. And so after doing that successfully, essentially my entire life, what's important to me is what I'm doing in that mode, okay? And what we're doing in the mode of Purium is we're not just inspiring transformations through health. This is also a community that teaches personal development, teaches business development, and allows us to really get really deep into the industry of network marketing to understand how this really serves the planet. Like Seema said, like the 9 to 5 job matrix, this is on its way out, right? How many people are losing their jobs? A lot. Why? Because that's maybe a thing of the past, and we're transitioning over into something new. And so in that transition, we're getting this massive die-off of the 9 to 5 jobs. And so there's something new coming. This, I'm not going to speak in facts, but this could very likely be it. This model of business where our paycheck, what we do, is predicated on our ability to help others. We're not just talking about the foods. We're talking about our ability to stimulate and help and grow and support other people through business and through their own development. That allows us to build our organizations. And so in network marketing, we all get to build communities, build organizations. And when we think about like what the whole purpose of all this is, right? It is community. And how does the internet serve us, right? The internet, right? It's to connect the human network together. And with the Holistic Justice League and Purium, we're able to establish communities where we're feeding people, where we're getting people out of the 9 to 5 matrix and showing them another way. And we're also educating people. And when you look at the foundations of community, right? Food, education, some way of bartering, right? This is the foundations of community, and that's what we have in this business.
And it's amazing. I mean, all of us here, we are the evolved ones that have the responsibility to activate the voice of the collective and know that there is hope for us to live the abundance life that we want. We can all have everything that we want if we really tune in that we are worth it and we deserve it. And this is the beauty about this business with us, that we are in business for ourselves, but we are never by ourselves, because when one rises, we all rise. And we believe in the social sharing economy where one makes money and one feels healthy and great, and then everyone else does, and we pass it forward. Our mission is to pass this message forward so everyone can live a life of abundance, now more than ever, we're looking towards equality, right? Everyone deserves the same things. And we're here to make that change, and we got to become that change. And we won't stop. And right now, we actually have an incredible promotion because our company, it's so awesome. We've not only donated over $200,000 back to our people, and we actually on Tuesday, we donated over 60,000 pounds of food to those in need. We're also giving the business opportunity complimentary. And there's always been a fee to join the business. But right now we're having a special until the end of the month that if you do want to come and try the superfoods, then you can upgrade to the business lounge pack complimentary. So it's an incredible. I mean, I had to pay to join the business.
Yeah.
And now we can do it for free.
So I'm going to get into facts and figures now for some of you like analytical people about like why this, right? Should I consider this? So Purium has doubled in size this year. And actually, Cyber Monday was actually Purium's biggest day they've ever had. Cyber Week was Purium's biggest week. November was Purium's biggest month. So Purium is on the rise, okay? Yeah. So aligning with a company like that is a very good choice. The Holistic Justice League, you know, the organization that we represent, this organization is also Purium's fastest growing team, okay? So we've got many, many systems in place that will be available to you to get you grounded into what we're doing here, get you grounded into the Holistic Justice League, our community, Purium, network marketing, and really go through the process of business development, which Seema just said, everyone, it's about equal opportunity. Everyone should have the opportunity to start their own business and go through that process. It's not a fairy tale, right? There's a lot of growth that happens, and definitely it's not the stuff that they teach you in school. And so it is an education, and it definitely is something that everyone should go through in their lifetime.
Yes. And to join, you don't need network marketing experience. I didn't have any. Rod didn't have any either. And a lot of us don't have any experience. And don't worry about that, because we have all the systems and all the trainings in place. You actually get a business coach or your business mentor, your upline, to guide you through everything. So one of the requirements that we have if you want to join the business is to be coachable and to commit long term and to keep going for your dreams, not to quit, 90 days in, because success in network marketing comes with long-term commitment. With that being said, the link is on the chat. If you want to know more information, the business, sorry, I sent it to one person. Let me send it to everyone. It's the last link right there. And if you click on business opportunity, then there's a link there that will take you to Purium. I share, and you figure that out when you go there. And you have a lot more information as far as like compensation plan and all those details that you can look up in the documents there. Okay. With that being said, I think we are good. I'm going to open it up for everyone. If you have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself. But that really concludes our presentation.
I want to say thank you, Ra and Seema, for a wonderful presentation. Always so informative. I know you guys put a lot of work into putting all that information out there. So very grateful for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Angelo. Thank you so much. Actually, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to share, if you guys want to know more about the business, this is the link. It's the Holistic Justice League / business opportunity. And right here, we talk about our social sharing economy, and they're the business mentors, your business for yourself, but never by yourself. Watch some of these videos. We have tons of training and digital modules for you to become a professional network marketer. And right here, where you click in compensation, their compensation link is right here. You can also click in more details, and it will take you to Purium iShare. And here you can learn more about our company, our movement, our products, our opportunity, and our community, because we are all about sharing and growing together. So our opportunity right here,
There's a whole bunch of success stories in here. A lot
Yes.
of people in the Holistic Justice League are on the success stories page. It's
Yes.
a little bit further down.
Yeah, so just go through the website.
Right there.
Look at the success stories. Look at everything, because we want you to be 100% committed if you do this. So we have a bunch of our leaders at the Holistic Justice League. Michael, it's just, and we have a lot of people here. Lisa. So we have the Rob, JP, a lot of the people, and Melissa that just share her testimonial. So a lot of us are here because we're leaders. We're making this company grow because we're determined. We have Julie, we have Seraphine. I was there. I just skipped me. We have Angelo. He's a diamond in our company. We have Natty. So there's a lot of us. We have Holly right here. Look at Joseph. He's doing a cold plunge. Ian is here. This is me right here. So you are in good hands. We are all emerging leaders in this company, and we got your back. You just have to make the choice if you want to transform your life financially, physically, and really it's just a choice.
Thank you, Angelo. We realized we forgot to share that, so we just cut you off, but we really appreciate your words. They are received.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for staying tuned. Have an amazing night, and reach out to whoever invited you to the Zoom. They'll have a lot more details for you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye,
Well
everyone.
done. Peace out.
Thank you. Good night.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Way to go, Melissa.
Everybody.
Good night,
Bye,
everybody.
guys.
Bye, Jen. Mwah.
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Wow.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
love you all.
Thank you.
Love you too.
Good night,
Bye,
team.
Andrew.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye,
team.
Greg.